Hello, 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 hello. Welcome back to the ASMR channel. This is just a little rambling video. Not gonna be doing any like actual physical triggers, but just sitting here chatting, rambling about whatever. Just having a good old time. Fix this light a little bit. Angle's a little off. That should be better. Should probably clean these too. It's bad. Let's see. Do this. Maybe. My bad, bro. Damn. Just pop the lens out like that. I don't even know if you could hear that. Oh man. It is a nice, steamy, probably 80 something at least in here. This house. It's crazy. But you know, we survive, I guess. I don't know why I'm under this blanket. It's just cozy. But yeah, just rambling, just talking, chilling, vibing. Knocked over my boy over here. He hasn't been on the channel in a while, I think. Like 6 months or something. 8 months? I don't even know. I think he might have only been in like one video for like a second. I guess we could do some fabric sounds as well. I also have this guy. Bring him in. Make some good sounds too. Yeah, I don't really have anything planned. I got no idea. We're just out here. You know? It's like 2 a.m. in the morning. It's been a while. As always. I think it's been like a week almost since I recorded or uploaded, I guess. So, time to get back on it. I don't know why I always procrastinate till the last possible minute to put up a video, and then sometimes just wait way too long, like 3 weeks or something. But you know, I'm trying to upload more and be more consistent, but it's tough. I don't know why. Probably still hear some fireworks outside. Probably faintly, lightly, maybe. Because I'm recording this the night of 4th of July. So people are still doing fireworks a little bit. But yeah, I don't know why. I just haven't been able to consistently record ASMR. Really ever, to be honest. But especially more recently. It's been like once a week at best. For maybe 3 weeks at best, I would say. And I think at the most I ever posted was like maybe 6 times in a month or something, which still isn't very much. I would like to be posting, you know. Ideally, it'd be like twice a week. So 8 a month. But, some weeks I just can't do it. Not because I literally can't, because I don't have the time, but more because I just am doing other things to where it is then harder to record. And I just don't have the energy to do it, Which I could still probably find a way to make it happen, but I'm sure it would just come up where I would just miss a day or whatever. But I think my plan is to just batch a good amount of videos that I could just post at any time. So preferably ones that don't have my face, so it's not like maybe my hair grows out and then all of a sudden there's a video with me with like short hair still or something like that. And it's just odd. So preferably record some, more like videos that I guess aren't very time sensitive, so to speak, and just have those in the tank to where if I ever miss recording a video, I can just upload one of those. So I can have sort of a backlog ready to go so that I don't miss as much, but even then I haven't been able to record anything, let alone extras. So hopefully tomorrow I'll be able to record at least one more video. Hopefully more like 2+, but it happens. And this week, I hope by the end of the week, which right now it's a Thursday, so in the next, I guess technically right now it's a Friday because it's like 2:30 a.m. But in the next few days, I should hopefully be able to batch like at least 4 videos, I would hope. So that's like the next 2 weeks, so to speak. And then, in the next 2 weeks, I imagine I'd find time to at least record another like 2 to 3 videos. If not way more than that. So we should be good to go for a good chunk of time. And that should free up a little bit more time. Not that I don't have free time. I do. I just spend it doing absolutely nothing for whatever reason. I don't know. And it's not like I enjoy doing that, sitting in my bed for like 6 hours a day watching YouTube videos or listening to podcasts or whatever. I wouldn't say I necessarily enjoy it, But, sometimes you're just in a funk for a while and you really need something to be able to get you out of it. And just haven't found that for a minute, Happens. But I am trying to get out of that because, like I said, I don't enjoy it. I don't feel good about myself or about anything, when I'm in those phases. So hopefully we're at the tail end of it and, maybe just saying, you know what, I don't care that it's 2:30 a.m. and I should be sleeping. I'm just going to record a video right now and maybe this will be the kick and the little pebble to get the ball rolling, and maybe we'll keep recording more, and then I'll do other projects as well that I want to do and things I want to explore and work on and try out. And then, who knows? Who knows what'll happen? But yeah, there is a lot of stuff I want to do in and outside of ASMR. But I don't know, ASMR just feels like it has the least barrier for me to be able to produce it. You know what I mean? So like with ASMR for this is like maybe 15 minutes to set it up, or I just kind of cleared off my bed and set this set up, so to speak. Put my camera on a tripod, plugged in a mic, threw up these lights, and sat here, made sure it looks decent, and then just hit record. Now here I am. Hoping that it's all working because I have no way of telling. My phone is just turned around. So here's to hoping. Could just die at any moment. I think I have 30 minutes of space left on the phone. So I don't think I'll go that long, but we should be good. But yeah, like 15 minutes You know, maybe like the more involved videos take me like 30 minutes max to set up, I would say. In terms of just like figuring out what I'm going to do, because usually I don't like pre-plan them very much outside of concept. So like finding items that I'm going to use or whatever, clearing off the space I'm going to record in and all that, you know, and then just interspersed with doing nothing for a few minutes, because just how it goes. Like 30 minutes is probably the longest I've taken so far. Could end up being way longer for bigger video ideas, but 30 minutes is pretty simple versus like, say if I wanted to do a short film, it's pretty hard to make a cohesive thing if you just go out and shoot, which I do enjoy doing and have done plenty of times before, but I have never made something that I've really looked back on and been like, damn, that was sick. Like there's sometimes where I'm like, oh, that shot was sick, or this concept of this scene or whatever was sick, composition, but it's never like the full finished product. It's like, yo. And I think that's just because I've never really had enough motivation or inspiration or whatever it is, dedication, to be able to just sit down and really prep it. To the extent that I think is kind of required for something like that, unless you just have crazy mind that is just able to whip up something like that on the fly. But I just can't do that. I definitely think it's possible, for me to make something that I am like proud of in that sense. But I think it just takes a lot of effort and a lot of care. And it's not that I don't care when I make videos or do whatever it is. I think I'm just very impatient in general. And so it's pretty hard if I'm not fully invested in it, you know what I mean? Like if I'm like, oh, I'm going to go record something, but say I put some arbitrary time constraint on it and now it's like, oh, I don't have time to prep, so I just got to go shoot. And then I go shoot stuff, and then I get home, and I'm like, yeah, that's probably pretty good. And then I'm starting to edit, and I'm like, man, I wish I shot this, or I wish this shot was longer, or this shot didn't really come out the way I thought it would. And so then in the editing phase, I kind of lose motivation and care to really put in the time required to make it, have that extra, whatever it is, to really reach that level of like, this is dope. And so I've never really made something that I could say that to the full extent, which kind of sucks, but I definitely think I'll get there. I just need to, sit down and do it. But I think the last few years that's been tough. It's just sitting down and do something for whatever reason it is. But there's a lot of things I want to do, a lot of things I want to try, a lot of things I want to achieve. It's just tough to really get going on it, get the ball rolling and start moving. And then once it does start moving, to not just lay there on the ground and let it stop, because it's easy to do that. So not because it's what I want to do, it's not because it makes me happy. It's just easy. And sometimes there's just like little things that come up and I'm like, oh no, I won't be able to do it the day that I already had planned. And then once the plan starts to fall apart, it's like, what's the point? Which is stupid, I should just keep going. Who cares if it's delayed? There's almost never a real time limit, It's always just something I put in my head, like, oh, I need to do this by then or else I'm not productive. And then I just end up never doing it ever. And it's like, oh, that's better. I think I just need to get better at really just letting it happen as it happens, not in terms of like, oh, I want to do this thing and then You know, I'm like, oh, what happened? What happened? Did I do it in like 10 years? I don't want to do that, but like, you know, I'm not going to be like, oh, I want to make a short film, so I'm going to do it in the next 2 weeks. And then it's, 13 days later and I'm barely starting to edit, and then I whip up some crap together and I'm like, well, this was a waste of time, and then I don't record another thing for like a year. I don't want to do that again. So I really just need to make more things, because at the end of the day, who cares if it's crap? Because then I'll know what not to do or what things to add next time, and then it'll be less crap, and just do that a couple dozen more times, and then maybe it'll be good. That's not to say I don't want to put any effort into the things I make, but I also don't want to put too high of an expectation on it as well, because then it's like at any point during the process I could just be like, oh, well, this isn't living up to the expectation, and just scrap the whole thing, and then what's the point of that? You never learn something. You never learn from something if you just quit halfway through and don't finish it, and you just write it off as garbage, and you're not learning anything except that you can just quit whenever you want, which I guess is true, but if it's something you actually care about and want to do, then probably not, right? It is also crazy how fast time goes by. Like sometimes you're just really stuck in it, in the cogs of life, and it's like, man, days are going by so slow. But then, you get out of that phase and you look back and you're like, holy crap, it's been 6 months. What have I even done? And it's like, not much, It's just how it goes sometimes. But it's also like, I could change that. It doesn't have to go like that sometimes. And I just need to be able to truly recognize it when I'm in it. Because it's not like I don't know that I'm in a rut, But I think being able to truly be like, okay, this is not what I want to be doing with my life. The limited time we have here, however long that'll be, it's like, this isn't really, it's not about being productive per se, but it's about like, really doing the things you want to do in the time that we have. And so I think I just need to be better at when I'm in those periods of, doing nothing and being unproductive and all that, just recognizing, hey, it happens. It is what it is. You can't be hard on yourself. You can't be like, beat yourself up about it, because at the end of the day, you can't go back and change it. So what's the point? But instead, to just be like, hey, this has been not very fun. And, it's not helping you in any way to continue this. So just get up, go do one thing that you want to do that day. And then the next day, do another thing. And then the next day, you'll probably be like, oh, well, doing that one thing has been pretty easy the last couple of days. So let's do 2 things. And then, you start to cycle back into being productive and, just actually living and like doing things that you want to be doing, And I think achieving things, no matter how little it is, even if it's like not even like a goal, it's just like, the last couple of days I've been just rotting in bed all day and going out to go to the restroom or something. It's like one day it's like, you know what, I'm going to go for a walk around the block for like 15 minutes. And then you come back and you're like, yeah, that's pretty good. You take a shower or whatever. You make some food. It's like now you're doing a bunch of little tiny things that you're probably not even recognizing as like achievements, so to speak. But, when the status quo of the last week or whatever it was is that you did literally nothing every day, then that's a pretty big leap, And then the next day, if you keep compounding these little tiny things, it really starts to build up, and and you realize that it makes you feel good, at the very least in comparison to doing absolutely nothing. And so I think I just need to get better at being like, hey, let's do one thing. And let's just get up and do something. Even if it's just, playing Elden Ring for an hour. Because I've been meaning to get back to it. Played like 5 hours of DLC and was like, man, this is insane. And then got into a rut for the last couple weeks now. Haven't done really much. Just working, sleeping, consuming, and that's pretty much it. And, certain points, you're watching videos or whatever and you laugh and you're like, yeah, this is fun. But then you get off your phone, you look up the real world again and you're like, damn, what am I doing? And that kind of sucks, it kind of hurts to look back and realize that, you look at the time and you're like, damn, those 8 hours are gone. This whole day is gone. I did nothing. But, again, you can't really be like, dang it, I wasted the day. I'm wasting my life. This is horrible. I can't live like that. I mean, you can say those things, but I think there's no reason to really sort of stress out about that because, like I said, you can't go back and change it. So rather than like beating yourself up for being unproductive or whatever it is, it's better to just recognize that you're going through these periods of times that do just happen for most people, I would say, if not everyone, and just be like, okay, hey, I'm in this funk and I want to get out of it. So let's just do something and then do something else and then do something else. It doesn't need to be crazy things. You don't need to be like, okay, today I'm going to work for 10 hours, be productive, clean my room, clean the house. It's just, hey, I'm going to read a book for 10 minutes, Just the little things, bro. It's like investing, compounding. I don't remember the quote or whatever that is, but compounding is whatever. Thing about compounding interest, I don't know. It's the same thing with productivity. I don't like saying productivity because that has like a connotation to it that I don't know, that I just don't really like, because I don't think it needs to be like, I'm being productive and contributing to society or whatever, doing something that's going to make me money or whatever it is. It's like, it could just be, painting for an hour, painting that nobody's ever going to see and you're never going to sell, never going to show anyone. It doesn't matter. You could just journal for an hour or whatever it is, Say you really, really, really like watching movies and you haven't done it in like a week because you've been, busy with work or just been in a rut and just not done anything. It's like, go watch a movie that's on your list. Some people be like, that's not productive, but if that's what you enjoy doing and want to be doing, and you have the means to, sustain yourself outside of that, then yeah, go watch a movie, man. I don't know what this video is anymore, but, hopefully it was somewhat relaxing, I guess. Maybe you're having a slight existential crisis, but hey, don't worry about it. It'll be okay. It'll be fine. I think I'm a pretty optimistic person, not in the sense of like, I'm always going to succeed, but more so in the sense of it's impossible to fail. I don't know if that's the right way to phrase it. But pretty much it's like, sometimes it's, the insurance payment is coming up and I got, $10 in the bank account, whatever it is. Or just, looking at life in the bigger picture and being like, damn, what am I going to do? It's been like 3.5 years since graduating high school, and I haven't really done much besides work random jobs, and it's kind of it, you know? From like most people's perspective, I guess. Be like, whoa, what have you done with your life? You've just hopped around random jobs and sat around, done nothing. But it's also like, you know, for me, I think I value different things in traditional people or whatever. We're like, oh, we gotta advance in your career and contribute to society or whatever it is, you know. It's like, hey, I'm just trying to live life, man. Just trying to do things that I enjoy doing, which I will admit haven't been doing much of. So do need to get back to that. But, you know, we all go about life in a different way. We all have our own path and our own timeline. So don't stress about it. Because at the end of the day, you know, it's not like you're just gonna fail something and then just give up and die, you know. 99 times out of 100, that's not gonna be the case. So you're just gonna keep going and you're gonna figure it out, you know. I always have the mindset of like, it'll be all right. Not because the universe has some, you know, whatever way of just giving you everything you need and want, but because, you know, even if you fail, you're just going to keep on going. And as long as you keep on going, you'll keep on going. And that's all we can really do, is just keep on going. So, the video cut out like literally last second, so this is just the outro. This probably looks like crap. It's all fuzzy. Anyways, just wanted to say thanks for watching, and you know, let me know if you like this style of video. Maybe we'll do more of this kind of thing. Let me know if you have any other ideas. This lighting part looks bad right here. Let me know if you have any other ideas for future ASMR videos. And yeah, thanks for watching. I don't know, man. Never good at outros. Yeah. That's it. Alright, bye. Bye.